Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, and we welcome you all to join us
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all those people and all those wonderful businesses that support those athletes. That said, let's go around the room. Woo! Well, first off, let's put our hands together. We've got a new co-host. Woo! Yeah! Her pic and her bio is up, and we've got Jessie Carroll in the house. We have our own
Hi,
ND. Woo! Yeah! How you doing, Jessie?
I'm good. How are you?
I love your bio and your pic.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's very extensive.
Yeah.
You went over.
Yeah,
Dr. D said you had like 3 extra lines. I says, no, put it up. Okay, put it up. We're not counting here.
Good,
We're not
good. A lot
counting.
of information there.
Yeah, it was nice. So how you? I mean, you're settling good, right?
Yeah. Things are good.
Yeah,
Things
busy,
are good.
busy?
Business picking up.
Nice.
It's good. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
That is. I know.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
great.
we've got a great show for you today because I'm testing your skill sets. All right,
bring it.
I
I'm
brought
ready.
my friend. My nickname to her is Dharma. Okay, but that's not her real name. Okay, it's Angela Bevan Miller. Okay, but she's the director of development over at Fairview Gardens. And if you check out our website under the We Care 805, you'll see Fairview Gardens is up. Woo! On there.
Yeah! Woo! Thank you so
Oh,
much.
we love you. You know that. We go way back.
And I love you so much. I brought you gifts.
I can see that. You got a bag of veggies. Know what I love about it? You hooked me up on that. You said, when we did every week you get your groceries, right? Your vegetables. So running over to Whole Foods because they sponsor. I said to call a sponsorship, a partnership, or whatever.
A partnership.
Partnership to pick up. Well, okay. So I made a game of it. So I got a couple of my friends involved. And you ever see that show Chopped?
Yes.
Okay, when you open up the box. Yeah! So anyway, I made this game with my friends because, I don't have a life. And I open up the box, and then we have to make soup. Okay, whatever is in the box. It was kind of cool because you do not know what's in that box, okay?
You don't. It's a surprise.
Right, so I lost 3 weeks in a row. Okay? The E-Dog don't lose, okay? So what I did is when I picked up the box last time, I have the boxes because I believe in the recycling. So what I did is I went in my yard and I made up these boxes. Of your own garden. So I have the variety pack of everything, the turnips, the basil, everything's nice. And when my 2 friends opened up their box, one had a rose bush.
That was a rose bush. A rose bush.
Rose bush.
Which
I put up everything you believe in. I think I took the other from a compost pile. It was a joke. Everybody knew it was a joke, okay? But you had to be there. I'm crying. It was really funny at the time.
Well, I think you'd be able to make much better soup with what I brought today.
Oh, these are beets.
Yum.
Those are radishes.
Radishes, I meant.
Sometimes they.
That's why I lost because they said it was beet soup and it was radish tasting. Oh,
Well, and there's also
Nice.
on the other side is a black radish, which I'm new to black radishes, but black radishes are the spiciest radish that you can have.
somebody stole it.
It's on this side. It's right on this side.
You're right in the
You gotta
basket.
turn
The
it.
basket is so large.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
And beautiful.
see it. Look
Wow.
at this. Wow.
So-
Nice. Oh, you can smell it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be eating that one.
So there's quite a few different radishes that we grow on the farm, and so you can have a mild radish to a medium radish to a very spicy radish.
Wow.
And we had those all at Farmers Market this past Saturday.
We're going to talk a lot about the whole organic, and we're going to get to the next section on that. But this is so sweet. Thank
You're going
you
to talk
so
about
much.
the FSA
welcome.
program today?
Yes.
CSA.
CSA. Well, let's go. We have 2 minutes. Let's talk about the CSA program.
CSA.
The CSA program is our community supported agriculture, and it's community
What am I eating?
supported agriculture. Those are sweet peas, and
Sweet peas.
how that works
Fast.
is that we do boxes of vegetables like Erica was explaining, and every week you get a different variety of vegetables, whatever we're farming or whatever's growing at that time, and you get that in your box. And so we also send out a newsletter with it. So we send out recipes and give people different ideas. Like, for example, during the fall, we had butternut squash. So we sent out some yummy recipes for butternut squash.
Wow.
And carrot top pesto. pesto to do for the carrots. I bet you didn't know you could make pesto out of carrot tops.
Wow.
So we find lots of really interesting recipes.
We got a nod from a doctor that she was wowed by that. I've got so many doctors and now it's like, ooh, yummy.
And it's a fun program to be involved with because you end up trying vegetables that you probably might not pick when you're, at the out shopping for your vegetables. You tend to go for what you know. So this introduces you to so many new things.
Okay. We're going to go on because we got more co-hosts, but don't go anywhere, okay? Because we got plenty of these little, what are they?
Sweet peas.
Sweet peas!
Snap peas.
That's what it was.
They're delicious.
And listen to
Sugar
that
snap peas.
Did you hear that? That's organic snap. Sloane, Reali, get in the house. What are you doing? Get away from that window.
I'm trying to catch my breath. I love being here just to catch my breath.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm great. The
You
year
look
is
wonderful. Very vibrant.
We've been together since this morning. It's 7:30. I do just want to plug that CSA program. I did that when the kids were in preschool, elementary school. Remember, Gabe, going out to Fairview Gardens when you're little and going and getting the vegetables and seeing the chickens out there and the eggs and all that stuff? It's a great program. And those recipe sheets, you get this, like you said, you get this box that says like, oh my, I don't know what to do. But every week they're featuring some fabulous way to use the stuff. It's a great thing. It's great for education.
And I love delivering the boxes.
So yeah, and I guess, are we talking about guests yet?
We're going to talk about your son, who's the new co-host.
Yay! Give it up for Gabe, baby in the house.
That's what we Gabe, get in the house.
He's cute too.
That's right. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Just got back from the beach. Volleyball season is well underway now.
I'm all looking at him. He's all like tan, and his eyes are all kind of like. I'm like, where have you been?
Because he was up all night writing a 17-page.
My 15-page English literature.
You want to give a shout out to your teacher there?
Yeah, Miss Ruth.
There you
Awesome.
go. And loved We Are the Mulhaneys.
We were the Mulvaneys.
We were the
Highly suggest it.
Mulvaneys.
Book club, absolutely.
Who's the author in that again?
Joyce Carroll Oates.
His new favorite author.
Well, I'm glad we have the mommy son team here. No, look at her; she's all happy. Wow! Remember, we had to separate you because you're on each side. Like we had to because she was stealing the mic on you last time.
I remember that.
I remember that. She like dove like a pterodactyl. You know what I'm saying? Poor thing. I was checking to see if you were okay. Poor thing. All right. What we're gonna do? I think we pretty much touched on all of the co-hosts, but we got a huge show today. So everybody stand by. It's go time. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Tea. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. I want to do is I just like to throw the newbie co-host, as I say this is your inauguration. I'm just going to throw you right in the pool. So take it away, Gabe.
All right. So I brought Karen, Kristen again, college counselors. Yep.
Like college counselors.
Yeah. So everyone in high school is just about done with their college apps. Or actually, yes, they will have been done by the time this airs. But that does not mean that kids cannot still use your guys' services. What else can kids go to you guys for in this stage in the process?
Good question.
That's a great question, especially because now the first semester is over and it seems like applications are in and you can start to relax a little bit. But depending on what grade you're in, you're gearing up for SAT, ACT, or the new SAT and the new ACT or updates to it. So if you're a freshman, you've had your first semester, you're a little bit relaxed, you've got one down and you know what you need to do for the next semester. If you're a sophomore, you're well underway with your GPAs and you're starting to think about those SATs and signing up. And also starting to think about new activities and things to try out, things you might not have tried before and to become interested in. And juniors also, those tests matter. And if you're a senior, I think you're starting to relax right about now and checking the mail, checking the inbox, and getting those scholarships. Yeah, and I think Kara is going to talk about scholarship opportunities.
Yeah, and I think what a lot of students don't realize is that when they submit their applications to colleges, they're already being considered for scholarships. They don't necessarily have to fill out a separate application for scholarships. So if you're competitive for the colleges that you're applying to, you will be considered for a scholarship. And one of the best ways to get a scholarship is to apply to colleges that want you. Mm-hmm. And how do you know if a college wants you? A good way to start is by checking out the freshman stats for the typical freshman class that's been admitted for the previous year. So if your GPA and your test scores are at the high end, or if they even exceed the stats for the incoming freshman class, you stand a very good chance of being considered for a scholarship. Mm-hmm. Gabe, I think you've had some success in this area.
And there's so many ways to have scholarships too, not just by GPA or test scores, but also some interest you may have, or your background, your family heritage, or maybe a major that you're interested in that might not be commonly pursued. There are a lot of different scholarships, and we would love for you to give us a call if you want to look into that more. There's also scholarship, Santa Barbara Scholarship Foundation, the collegeboard.org has a great resource list. Fastweb.com and finaid.org are some other great resources for that too.
Nice. Yeah, so that's tip of the day from Karen Kristen Consulting. Seriously, guys, they're the whole package. They do SAT, ACT prep, tutoring, whatever you name it, they'll help you out. So definitely go to them.
Fine.
How do we find them?
All right, well, we're going to ask that question next, okay? But I have another question, though. Right now, it is the January 27th. So why don't we run up the line real quick, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, okay? And then tell you, where should we be at right now, January 27th?
Well, really, if you are a senior and you have not filled out your
You're going
FAFSA,
to City College.
If you haven't done, well, okay.
And that's a good school!
City College is
a good school.
City College is amazing, and
My
sometimes
son's
people,
at that
yeah,
school.
it's amazing.
Never
It's
found that
amazing.
school.
It's number
What's wrong
one.
with that
Number
school?
one. But some people don't realize you still need to fill out an application, even though it's open enrollment. And if you are interested in open enrollment schools, there are hundreds in the country that are not, it's not too late, up until June, July even. If you've thought you've missed the boat on going to college, there is still a college for you. If you want to go, you can go. Yes. So if you're a senior, you really want to make sure your parents are filling out that FAFSA, the free financial aid application. You need to do that to be considered for any type of aid, even if you don't think you qualify because you have a lot of resources or not a lot of resources. Just fill it out. You don't know what will happen.
It doesn't take that long, less than an hour.
I did it in 25 minutes.
If you've got all your documentation ready to go, it's pretty easy.
Yep.
Now you filled most of that out for us, Gabe. Is that right?
We're all done with
and
that.
then we took a look at it.
Yeah.
But so I have another question because there is a whole population of very bright kids in our community whose first language, their parents' first language may not be English, and do those forms come in other languages? They tell us about the forms and where they can go for assistance to fill those out, because just filling out that form could be challenging for the parents of some of the kids that are listening to the show right now. What's available to them?
Yes. Be sure when you look for the FAFSA that you're finding the free financial aid application, because there are some that look similar that will charge a fee for someone to help you fill it out or something like that. So that is not official if that's what you're finding. So it is available in different languages, and it is a little bit complicated to fill out sometimes. And again, you can call us at 805-680-6341 or
252-5397.
You have a website?
Yeah, you got a website?
We will have a website up and running in a couple weeks.
Nice.
And it will be the collegeplanec.com. Until then, you can find us on Facebook.
Fantastic. Anybody
college plan.
listening to this, definitely better shout out that you heard it on Teen Sports Radio.
Oh, yes.
Just wanted to look, don't let the eyes scare you. You know what I mean? When I was twisting myself.
And if you're a junior right now, really be looking at those SATs and ACTs. The SAT, this will be up through December, will be your last opportunity to take the old form, and it's going to change quite a bit. So be looking at that.
Freshman, sophomore, run it through.
Really just focus on your grades and on pursuing interests that you are not sure about or that you want to explore deeper. You really want to find out what you are genuinely passionate about. And so really take the time to do that. Yeah.
We got a minute here because we have the youngest probably of the bunch here is Dr. Jessie. Did you have all this going on when you had to do all this, Dr. Jessie?
I did.
Yeah, you did?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I had to do that every year. And even in medical school, I was still filling out FAFSAs every year.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Your mommy didn't fill it out.
No.
You filled it out.
No, she didn't.
That's right.
I'm a little older than I
look. You filled it out.
Yeah. That was on me.
Said I want to be a doctor. Well, here are the forms. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd be doing. So, is it difficult? Did you have
I didn't find it that difficult, no. And actually what I found is that after you've filled it out once, if your information doesn't change, sometimes it's saved for your next year. So you can just log in using your account information and it's pretty much all filled out for you anyway.
And after you file
And it's
electronically, it automatically updates.
Yeah, it's
that's awesome.
fantastic. It's super easy, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Hey, let's take a little break. It's go time. We got a lot more. This Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. right after the news. And Sloane,
Yes,
where
ma'am.
can you find us?
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. SBTSR is the website. And of course, teensportsradio.com.
Wow, we don't even have Dominique doing more. Oh, man.
I know. Where is Dominique?
Put your hands together.
Where is
Oh, man.
Dominique?
I needed her to calm down my
Yeah. Start doing some breathing exercises in a minute.
Oh, I love it. Hey, if you guys get a chance out there, folks, check out our site. I want to put our hands together right now for Nolan Cope. He's going to be, we started this, I had an idea a couple of months ago, and I'm just going to be just picturing one student a month. And hey, there's so many great athletes and students out there, but Nolan, he was a guest on our show.
Last month.
Yes.
Okay.
And he just
With
really,
Alex.
Yes. And he really just resonated with me. And they're starting a little drive, a big campaign over at San Marcos High School after the loss of, one of their teammates.
Right. Baseball.
Teen Sports Radio. We donated a case of teas over there to help commemorate and, continue the love for Dan. Okay. We did the whole 4 Dan shirts in their school colors. They're doing really, really well. And Nolan, I just loved the way he told the story. When they found out they lost a teammate, they all met at lunch. If you remember, they all cried. And, when you lose somebody like that and you have a team leader like Nolan, bring the team together and, kind of play for a cause. So Nolan Cope, It's up on the website, featured. Everybody check it out. It's awesome. Next, to my right, okay, I just love this woman. Dr. Tiffany, how you doing in the house? Rolling Pet Vet.
Yay, Rolling Pet is back.
What I love about the Rolling Pet Vet, and again, I'm just going to continue, there's a continuum of a love, okay? We all talked about it, whatever, but the Rolling Pet Vet to Teen Sports Radio, with everything that you're offering, your internship program, allowing kids to go on the bus and seeing what you do, what a great opportunity, because you just don't get those chances today.
Because I wanted to be a vet since I was 7 years old, and the reason was because I was exposed to all this fun stuff at that age, and I was able to see what that really is. So many kids, they don't know what that is. They don't know what it's made up of.
That's fantastic. Now, you get your commercials, okay? And that's part of the whole, we're going to just make you, I could say this right now, for January 2015, you're the business of the month.
Yay!
For Santa Barbara.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we say that lovingly because honestly, of course, those commercials will continue for the remainder of the year, 4 times a week. We're in a rotation, but it's 3 to 4 times a week. But you just been, I can't even say, I just love, why don't you talk about the vision of, I know, Kristen's not here, the owner, but when you stepped in, it's just been like magic. I could just see it's growing. And what I love about you and I love Dr. Bosselman as well. But what I love about you is the last time you were here, you really focused on the relationship between the animal and the owner.
Right.
I mean, you really went overboard on that. And that was like, not in a nice way. Like, 'cause I lost my cat, I got to say. Yeah. And Dr. Bosselman was there, and I made this big memorial, and I just did everything that I was told to do. And it was so, like, loving. And it was, because usually what do? You pick up the animal, you put it at the Humane Society.
Oh, so sad.
And that's just not like a way to go.
Okay, so this is
and I didn't know. But you guys helped me through the whole thing, so thank you.
First of all, I feel like, when it comes to holistic and naturopathic kinds of medicine that crosses borders, that, like I said, there is no distinction between humans and animals, and we share so much in the way of physical ailments as well as emotional ones. And unfortunately, we share our emotional ones with our animals, the more closely we live together. But as far as the particular subject you're talking about, one of the things that we really find that I've found is that the animals are so much more appreciative when they're at home, and the humans get a much calmer, more safe space you cannot imagine the number of men who emote like crazy compared to what we'd expect when they're at home and they're able to share the love of their animal with us in a safe space of their own home. So when men are typically trying to be strong and brave and they don't get to share, and they're embarrassed to be in the public eye, and all of a sudden they're just breaking down and they're sharing memories about that pet. And, one of the interesting things is we just talked about is so much relationship around children and their pets and bonding to their pets. And what I've noticed lately is how kind and how evolved parents have been with their children and their participation in this process as well. And one of the really neatest things I saw was this 2-year-old little girl, and the client had to put their older dog to sleep. And it, of course, was this little girl's dog as well. And by the time we were over there, she was hugging it goodbye. And the owner said, I just said, that Johnny's come to the end of his life. And this child totally comprehended that. It was natural. It was easy. And then another little girl in another scenario said she gave her doggy a hug goodbye, and she said, when are we getting a new puppy? I was like, so I mean, children actually are much better than us. We could learn from kids and dogs how to handle life and death graciously.
As a natural part of just a life cycle. And little kids, unless they're taught otherwise, it doesn't have to be the worst thing in the world for their pet to move on. And it gives them kind of like an intro to it, so that when they get older and maybe it's a family member or something, they've already had a little bit of experience with it. We were just
talking about this yesterday with some friends of mine that, in fact, with my bereavement counselor, the one that helps the people through it, said that the first losses we suffer are typically the loss of a pet, right? And everybody, I think as we grow, we realize animals are our teachers, and they teach us how to handle life gracefully, right? Really, they do. So
you work with a bereavement counselor, like as part of your practice?
We actually have liaisons with bereavement counselors and also with animal communicators, so people that help when there's a real big question in the owner's or guardian's mind about where my animal's head is at. And as a veterinarian, I can tell you a lot, but I'm not there. And some people are very highly trained, and they have gifts in terms of
I've heard about that can talk to the animals,
and
literally.
And they can be able to assess whether that animal, and that's how we've learned so much, that the animals are so accepting that it's time to move on and shed this body that's actually not serving it anymore, and it's not so attached to it, the way we are.
Can you share a little bit more on your shadowing? How, my 11-year-old daughter, she's not too young to go spend the day with you?
Well, if 7 years old wasn't too young to start when I was that age, no. 11 is well into it. I was about 11 or 12 when I accompanied my medical doctor's sister to her her dissection lab on people. And I found it nothing more than fascinating, as we just talked about the natural. And my natural medical curiosity just folded into my love for animals, and that's what children do. So I encourage, when I was young, it was really an interesting contradiction. There were veterinarians that were very helpful, and then there were other vets that said, oh, you don't want to do this, and I want to be the mentor that is the person that shares the love and really shows people how many things you can do in this field. Because as a veterinarian, not only do I practice clinical medicine and I expanded into exotics and holistic, but I also speak in the field. I speak to groups and I help, of course, mentor. I write. I've been on TV, obviously on radio here. I mean, this is a really fun field if you get into it.
So what does that look like as a parent? Do I have to call and set an appointment on a day, or you give us the schedule?
We just have to give you a couple of shots.
Misses a day.
We'll hold you down, put a muzzle on you.
Should I just have her call you and just schedule an appointment?
To connect with
what
us.
Does that look like a day in the life?
A phone call to Christine, who is the owner of the practice.
Okay.
And she will help us schedule when it would be appropriate and when it wouldn't be difficult for both the child and us to accommodate the schedule.
Awesome.
Because our schedule varies day to day.
Right.
And and we'll just arrange it that way.
All right. She wants a pet real bad. But I have these horrible allergies.
You can reach us at Rolling Pet Vet at 805-350-1399. That's 805-350-1399. And we love it when people want to be vets.
Yay!
You have met all three of my dogs.
Oh, I have.
My question for you is, what did you think when you saw that big black dog coming through the back door?
She's not afraid of
Angus.
The first word I thought, honestly, was...
She treats elephants.
Was manic. That's the first word I thought of, was manic, excess energy, ADHD. This poor dog needed an outlet. That's what I thought. Exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Dog needed like Best Friends Animal Sanctuary to run on like 40 acres, unfettered.
Well, believe it or not, I've actually tried to figure out where I could find, maybe I could go over to Earl Warren to their racetrack and put the soccer ball on a thing that goes around the inner rail and have him chase it. It is so much fun to watch him run.
There was a great video of a little pony on Facebook where the pony was playing with this ball, one of those.
I saw that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, the pony got all of his aggressions out. Ponies are aggressive. And he got all of his aggressions out and then went and joined the rest of the herd, and he was mellow. It was great. Yeah. So, yes.
So do you guys do training as well for domestic pets?
I do behavioral consultations. Okay. Absolutely, 100%.
Have you ever worked?
And their owners.
Yeah. Have you ever worked on a pet other than a dog or a cat? Have you ever trained any exotic animals?
Yes, I'm an exotics. I'm an avian board certified specialist, so I deal with a lot of bird behavior issues. And birds are like monkeys. They turn their problems inward and self-mutilate and do crazy stuff to themselves when they're not given the right circumstances and environment.
Dr. Chandler's going to need you when she inherits her bird, her dad's bird.
No, that's right. We talked about that. We did.
Right.
She's going to inherit a nice birdie. Okay.
And a long time. Birds can live several generations through a family.
Cockatiel, those things live 35 years.
Absolutely. You're the first civilian that actually said the right number. They do live up to 35 years easily. Yeah.
He's happy.
Cockatiels.
Well, he belongs to Sissy now because she kind of took over the care. But
all right,
he's a
Sissy.
happy bird.
Oh, we got to say goodbye to Sissy right now. Okay, this is go time
Bye,
now.
Sis.
We've got more teens to come. This is Erica Sola, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salt, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. And look who wandered in, my bestie, Nimita.
Nimita is in the house.
Hi.
I have a question for Nimita.
I read my text. It says in here, what, you owe me a pizza because you're late? What?
Yes.
Oh.
It's in the car. It's from Guru Pizza, so it's organic, they say.
Nice. How you doing, Nimita?
Good. I'm really happy because I just submitted some paperwork to be at UCSB with our food truck at the Gaucho Farmers Market that they have every Wednesday. So we're really excited. So that's why we're a little late today.
Well, you also have another surprise. Maybe, I don't know. I might as well just break the ice here because I believe in moving the energy towards the wants of what you want in 2015, and that's maybe a Indian festival. Whoa! Not supposed to talk about that.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Let's put it out there.
Yes.
What would that look like?
Let's plant a seed because it would be
I'm
lovely.
in.
Yes.
And will we talk about Ayurvedic stuff and
God, I'm
cooking
envisioning
and
a festival like the
music
French festival,
Yeah.
or the Greek
and the
festival,
little skirts,
doing Bollywood dancing,
Yes,
the whole thing. But
yes,
Erica, you
I'm
got
so
me going.
in.
We can't do this. It's early.
We can do it. I'm feeling it.
We can do this.
And they will have the Ganges running right down the middle.
I love
Yes.
So, okay, right now we've got January 27th. What do you got going on in February?
February, quite a bit. Well, we've got the film festival coming up, the 30th film festival, which is a big deal. So we have a lot of tourism as well as famous people coming in. And we're going to actually be sponsoring it. So it'll be a lot of fun to nurture everybody from outside with our seasonal produce and so forth. And then, of course, lots of weddings because wedding season is coming in. But we're also offering a class, aren't we, to a team here at Santa Barbara Teen Sports.
Yes, we got actually. We'll put that up on the website next month. And what we'll do
the
is
class?
it's going to be a cooking class for a team, and she's donated it, and I've dropped the ball here. But what we'll do is we'll donate it. We'll figure something out. I want to give this project to Gabe Reali. Yeah, woo!
Hey guys, it's Gabe again. All right, so I brought two special guests today. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Colette.
I'm Kevin.
So, Kevin, you are at Santa Barbara High School. You're a junior, right?
Yes, I'm a junior.
All right, and then Colette and I have actually grown up together. We're neighborhood young buddies. But you dropped out of Santa Barbara High School and then not dropped out, but you transferred to what are you doing right now?
Middle college.
That's right. So you guys both play hockey,
Yes.
right? Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
We both play on the high school team, which is a culmination of students from all of the high schools in Santa Barbara through the Santa Barbara Hockey Association. So it's roller hockey, and we play at Earl Warren Showgrounds.
All our games are up in Santa Maria for the high school league. So we commute every week to Santa Maria for about 10 weeks. But towards the end of the month, we'll be playing, towards the end of the month, we'll be playing at UCSB.
Nice. And you said high school. Are you somehow associated with Santa Barbara High School at all, or is it just through the hockey league?
You can get independent PE credits through the Santa Barbara Hockey Association, but as far as associated with the high school, that's about it.
Okay, nice. So how long have you guys been playing hockey?
I've been playing since I was 7 years old, and I've done it every year since then, ranging from 1 hour a week to now I do it almost 6 hours every week.
I've been playing for about 4 years, I'd say. But through great coaching, I've caught up to people who've been playing for so long.
So, Colette, I see you have a cast.
Oh, the doctor in the house! That's right. Somebody fell.
Yeah, last week at practice, actually, I fell, and we think I fractured my scaphoid, so...
Do you guys not wear protective...
We wear
wrist
gear
guards?
from our head to our toes, but we don't have anything protecting our wrists, because we have to...
Maybe they'll start? No?
No. I'm going to be playing with it still, and that will protect it, but that's about as far as it goes.
and this is a co-ed league?
Yes, but I'm the only girl on the team in Santa Barbara, and there are only 3 girls out of the 5 teams that play in the league.
How cool.
So these are rollerblades, right? So how are these? Do they look like the single blade with? I mean, have they changed? The footwear. No, same.
I mean, she's looking at her like, changed since when?
I know.
Like
yesterday?
It's just
you're trying to join the adult league over there, Angela Bevan Miller. Okay, I said you're out of your mind. When things over 40 break. You know what I mean?
So it's just 4 wheels in a row on a skate. I don't know what else there is.
So that's cool that you're the only girl. Now, do those boys take it easy on you at all for you being a girl, or no?
No, they tend to want to assert that they are better than me. And so they try to play more competitively, but I tend to beat them out anyways.
Nice answer.
I like that.
Okay, you know how you have your 4 wheels in a row? Well, when Erica was roller skating, she had little metal wheels, and there were 2 side by side.
Oh, no.
I had a key.
Ow.
There was a key.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I couldn't pass that one up.
Okay, Sissy has a question for you.
Yes.
She wants to know if you ever got your teeth knocked out playing hockey.
Ooh.
Never.
And you have a gorgeous set of teeth there. You wear protective gear and all that stuff, though.
Yes, everyone on the team is required to wear mouth guards, and
Except the goalie.
Who has full frontal everything guard.
yes, exactly. And so we have to protect ourselves, and we have to wear a mask over that also. So
Awesome. The ice rink. We've got an ice rink coming into town. I know it's going to be a little while, but is everybody excited about this? Because Dave Laub, Dr. Dave, got to make sure I call him by his real name, Dr. Dave, and not the other. Dave Laub is heading up that fundraising, and you guys are. When is that rink going to open? How are you all feeling about the rink coming in town? Because you'll be switching from the 4 wheels over to blades, yeah? Or are you guys doing that? I'm making assumptions, maybe.
The transition between roller and ice is fairly challenging, but it would definitely boost the hockey players in Santa Barbara and definitely boost the league. And I'm sure Santa Barbara Hockey Association is going to be communicating with the new ice rink. But I don't think the production, I don't know when the rink is going to be finally done, but it sounds like in a year plus.
Do you think that there's a future? Sorry. Do you guys think there's a future in high school league hockey?
I think that all around the nation, roller hockey is gaining higher popularity. A lot of colleges are offering it now either as intramural or club sports, along with just playing through the school. And so I think that's gaining more popularity. And especially in Santa Barbara, when I tried out my freshman year, we barely had enough skaters for 2 teams. And now we have more than enough for 4, if not more. So it's rapidly growing.
So it's parking lot. That's that where you play, right? Pretty much. They take a parking lot and they just rink it.
You could say that, yeah.
Well, what are you going to do? It has to be like
we play,
right?
We play in the back of Earl Warren Showgrounds, and they have an enclosed rink with what's supposed to be a nicely paved ground and boards with plexiglass.
It's pretty much concrete.
Oh. Yeah.
And you would know that because
it feels like concrete.
Fantastic. Hey, you guys, we wish you all the best. Please come back and visit us again. All right. I'm going to get your sizes. I'm going to give Gabe some shirts for you. All right. We're going to take a little break. We've got a lot more after these messages. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Team. It's go time. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Team Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Team. Please tune in
every single Tuesday,
9 a.m., right after the news. Oh my God, this has been an exhausting show, and I have all these beautiful veggies in front of me. Especially this little black thing. What is this called again? Angela.
A black radish.
Angela, I hate you. I hate you in a loving way.
That's why you call me Dharma.
Oh, I love that name for you. It's perfect. The first time I met you, right outside St. Rayfield's, outside of the 8th grade.
It's only because you found out I lived in a teepee.
No! You told me after. It was the energy. I'm telling you straight up. Okay, one more time. Fairview Gardens. We've got you guys up on the site. We are offering you unlimited amount of business ads that you can donate. All the money goes back to Fairview Gardens. Let's talk Fairview Gardens and where Fairview Gardens wants to be in a year from now. What's going on?
Well, Fairview Gardens is an amazing place. It's a 12.5-acre farm, organic farm right in the center of Goleta. We're urban agriculture. And right now we are in so much change is going on there, but a couple of the programs that we have going on right now are we have an after-school program that younger elementary age kids can participate in. We have spring camp, summer camp. We also have an apprentice program where we actually have people that apply. They come out and live on the farm for 6 months at a time. And 2 different types of apprentices. We have the farm apprentices and then we have education apprentices. So between those 2 sections, these people live on the farm. They live in yurts. They eat, breathe, and live farming, and they learn everything there is to know about it. They get to learn my job, which is marketing and development. They get to learn about education. They get to learn about soil, chickens, composting, growing, seeds.
Nice.
There's just, I have to say, it is such an amazing time right now because our society is learning how important it is to eat organic and how important that if you eat, there's a statistic that shows that if you eat within a certain mile radius of where you live, that you stay healthier and you fight off diseases and you are not, there's not as much diseases or...
Yes.
Let's get your input on
doctor.
that. Dr. Jessie, let's get some input on that. That sounds fascinating.
True. So the plants that are around us that share our environment protect themselves from that environment. And then when we eat them, we're then protected from the things in our specific environment, which is one of the reasons it's so important to eat locally.
Yeah.
100-mile diet.
And the whole
Great.
seasonal aspect, like your
Seasonal, very important
because
also.
I was so happy when I saw your black radish here because I was just thinking on my way here, going. By the way, I love Fairview Gardens. We often
Thank
buy
you.
produce from you.
Thank you.
Mark and your team are so committed to offering the best to our new generation.
And we're so fortunate because Mark T, our executive director, is just phenomenal. And so is Mark S, who is our farm stand manager. We have a great crew out, a team, the people that really believe in what we're doing.
Yes, and it shows in the vegetables and the vibrancy they bring. So thank you. But the seasonal, I mean, I was just coming here thinking, what should we talk about food? And I kept getting roots, because
Oh, you were picking up on
I was
that.
picking up that everybody is
vibration.
ungrounded and we all need to ground back.
Yes.
Literally.
Especially this time of year, right? We're in the winter time right now where we should be, getting going, and then we start dealing with energy centers in the body, right? It's the root, first and second energy centers, chakras, right? Coming back down.
Well, the way I see it is that we ate so much during Christmas that made us very kapha in Ayurvedic, which is like couch potato-ish. And now we're like detoxing. And a lot of people are thankfully doing a lot of detox diets. I need to get on one right away too. But, it's all this ungroundedness.
Yes.
It's called the dry element happening. So all these roots are coming out. The earth knows.
Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Really quick, can you give the listeners a quick education what that's about?
Yes. Well, it's basically the three elements that Ayurveda, the ancient principles, believe in, which is water, air, and fire. And those are the three elements. And right now we're talking about the Vata element, which is air when one is ungrounded and withering all over the place. So
being
roots
is a real thing.
and grounding down. That's why the winter offers us, the earth knows, the cycles know. Yeah.
So at Fairview, have you found an increase with the new year? People trying to do their New Year's resolution, eat healthier. Have you had a lot of customers come in?
Well, for Fairview, the good thing about Fairview is that, we're growing things there, but right now because we're coming out of a drought, and also from the winter time, our crops are a little bit lower. And
how have you guys been doing with the drought?
Great question.
the drought has affected us tremendously.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have lost crops because of the drought, and we've lost quite a bit of money because of that for the farm to take care of itself. But fortunately, they've been replanting, and we're going to start seeing crops again, and everything's going to, be wonderful out there. I mean, the little bit of rain that we did get, when you get a chance to drive by or go there, everything is green and beautiful.
I've noticed around Santa Barbara everywhere. It's been.
What's funny is I walk around and even weeds are beautiful whenever. So, but I was going to say about Fairview Gardens and organic in general. The great thing is that you're actually eating the crops that are growing, like at that time. So you're not being forced to eat the same things all the time. It gives everybody such a variety. If you are going to an organic farm and getting what is growing out in the crops, you get a different items all the time, just like you said, roots. And then, as we get towards the next couple months, we'll be having strawberries and getting into our fruits. And I'm hoping we start growing mangoes.
So can you talk about the CSA real quick? Do you still have the small box and the large box?
We have the half box and the full box.
Okay.
And they're at different prices. You can go on our website to see the different prices. It depends on what you're doing, if you're doing it for a month or if you're doing it for a season or how you're buying.
And what are
into
the
that
prices on the
program.
boxes, roughly, depending what
You would have to go on the website to check that out. Yeah.
All right.
Which
It was
is
really
easy.
affordable, though.
It is very
I remember when I
affordable.
did it. It was super affordable. We did a family box. I picked it. Are you doing any delivery?
$24, around about $24 a week.
Mm-hmm. Do you do any delivery?
We don't do delivery. We do go to Whole Foods, so we do have where you can pick up from Whole Foods, or you can pick up from Fairview Gardens. So.
Awesome. You know what I would love to see happening more are those festivals, like the fermentation festival, the pop-up
That is one of the reasons that they brought me on. So I've been there 2 months. So that's what we're going to be working in 2015 on.
I'd like to have a conversation.
Angela, put
with
your
you.
hands together for Angela. Hey, we're running out of time, and I want to give everybody a shout out real quick. We had today Dr. Jessie, Carroll. Put your hands together. Sloane, team co-host Gabe. We had Nimita out here today. We've had guest businesses I'm so proud to be a part of. The Rolling Pet Vet. Put your hands together. Again, Fairview Gardens. We've had the College Plan. And we can't forget our teens, Kevin and Colette, our hockey players. College Plan, thank you again. See you next month as well. This is Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. It's go time. God bless Santa Barbara. See you next week. Please tune in and join us next Tuesday at KZSB AM 1290 at 9:06 a.m. when we will go behind the scenes with the local students, athletes, coaches, parents, volunteers, and all other teen sports supporters. This is all brought to you by ePro Insurance Agency, leader in gift planning and wealth preservation since 1983. So please follow along and support our student athletes by reading the Santa Barbara News Press, and then join me, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, Dr. Dugan, my co-host, friends, teens, every week on the Santa Barbara News Press radio station.
Nothing's gonna ever bring you down. You're the best around.